Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Well, hello there. How's it going, bros? Muzzafuzza here, bringing you some more Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary, and today I want to talk about gaming. I want to talk about gaming, I want to talk about money, I want to talk about why gaming is so expensive, and just gaming as a hobby, and all sorts of other stuff. But I got some sharpshooter gameplay, as per usual. I know some of you guys hate on the sharpshooter, but the majority of you guys love the sharpshooter, and I am very happy with that, mostly because of the variety. You never get the same sharpshooter twice. It's always different guns on a different map, and it mixes things up, and it's relatively short gameplay. It's like 5 minutes and 45 seconds or something like that, and it's perfect sized for gameplay commentaries like this. So if you don't like sharpshooter, there's not much I can tell you. I mean, if you really don't want to watch sharpshooter gameplays, I guess you can watch just regular gameplays or sniping gameplays or whatever you want to see from me. But there will be lots of sharpshooter just because I really enjoy playing this game type, and why would I stop playing one of my favorite game types just because some of you guys want me to? I can't please everybody. But getting back to the topic at hand, I want to talk about gaming and it being expensive. Gamers are everywhere nowadays. There's supposedly over 100 million gamers, like active gamers that play at least a few hours a week of video games in the United States alone. And if you take that worldwide, I'm sure there might be almost a billion gamers. There's like 7 billion people on this planet. I'm guessing maybe 1 in 7 people plays video games. That's not a fact, that's just a guess, that's an estimate. But if there are almost a billion gamers or over a billion gamers, why is the price point so high? Why do video games still cost 60 bucks a pop? Most of the consoles, most of the new generation consoles are like 300, 400 bucks, even more if you're getting like the premium versions of the consoles. Then you have to buy controllers, you gotta buy accessories, and you gotta get the games. And every game being 60 bucks, especially when video games are kind of... Video games, to be honest, I mean, there's adult gamers, yes, I'm 21 years old, I still play video games. I'm probably gonna play video games for the rest of my life, because it's one of my favorite hobbies. It's something I really love and that I'm actually passionate about and that I really enjoy doing. But for the most part, it's lots of kids, it's lots of younger kids and teenagers that play most of the video games. And for video games to be 60 bucks a pop, that seems like a high price point. Because what kind of teenagers have 60 bucks to be throwing on games all the time? I mean, that's just the rich kids. That's the rich teenagers. That's the kids who get money from their parents, or they're over 16 in the U.S. That's what you have to be. Maybe you can work at like 13 or 14 in other places, but in the United States, for the most part, you got to be 16 to get a real job that pays just minimum wage, which is usually like 6, 7, 8 bucks an hour. And that's a lot of hours to be working to get games that cost 60 bucks a pop. You get all these different games, and it's kind of hard to be a hardcore gamer and play a bunch of different games at the same time. Most people just buy one game a year and they stick to that game. That's why there's these hardcore Call of Duty players that get to 10th Prestige and they get all the golden or diamond guns now, I guess it is, and they just stick to Call of Duty 100%. Now, granted, I'm lucky. Like, I get to play tons of different games. I have Minecraft, I have League, I have Halo, I have COD, I have all these different games. I have the Nintendo Wii U, I've got a PS3, I've got an Xbox. I even have emulators for old systems like the Nintendo 64 and the Game Boy. So I get to play tons of different games, and some of them I don't even pay for because they're just downloaded. I just download the games, and it's not illegal. It's just like an emulator. It's just old school games. But for the most part, I pay for all my video games, and I've spent hundreds, if not thousands, I'm sure I've spent thousands of dollars on video games. And that's expensive, man, for just a normal kid, just a regular kid growing up. You got to really choose which games you want to play. And I remember when I was broke, when I had no money, when I was just a teenager, I really had to decide which games I wanted to get. I even only got like 1 or 2 new games every year. And if you get 3 games a year, that's 180 bucks, which is just half of what it costs to get the entire console. So that's a lot. And I can see where game pirates are coming from. Although I prefer ninjas. I don't really like pirates. I'm on the side of ninjas. So if you torrent things and you download stuff illegally, just call yourself a ninja rather than a pirate, because ninjas are cooler anyways. You know what I'm saying? I guess if I have a point, the point of this commentary is just that gaming is expensive for most people, for most regular people who are just either like middle or lower class, not super rich and can just blow money and spend money wherever they want. Gaming is a really expensive hobby. You can only really choose to play 2 or 3 major games until you're an adult and you actually make your own money, and then you have more room to decide what you want to play. But when you're just a teenager, like I'm guessing most of the people watching this video, it's got to be hard to be an intelligent consumer and decide what kind of money you want to put into certain video games. And that's not even getting into things like DLC. They release new map packs and new zombies and new game types and stuff for every Call of Duty every single year, and all that adds up to money as well. I know I bought the DLC on Modern Warfare 3 for Xbox and PS3. I got it for both, so that's just stacking on more money. Plus I'm paying for Xbox Live, and then on top of that, even the non-gaming stuff that I'm paying for, like I pay my rent, I pay my cell phone bills, I pay just all sorts of bills that stack up, electricity and water and heat, and I don't know, gaming, the whole point I'm trying to make with this commentary is gaming is an expensive hobby. It's a lot more expensive than something like, you know, a regular sport like basketball or soccer or football or skateboarding or whatever. Like, gaming is just so expensive to keep up with, mostly because it relies on electronics and, ugh, man, it gets stressful sometimes, especially when you gotta pay your own bills and you're out of the house and you're not living with your parents anymore. So, yeah, I think I covered all my bases. I think that's about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This is kind of a cool, interesting topic, so I would love to hear you guys' responses. Thank you guys for watching. As always, this has been Muzzafuzza, and I will see you guys later.